Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with the latest release from the Cleveland Orchestra. 3 Strauss tone poems, Macbeth, Don Juan, and Till Eulenspiegel's Lustige Streiche, whatever they're called. Till Eulenspiegel's Merry Pranks. They're in English. Isn't that thoughtful? Okay, so what have we got here? We have good news and we have bad news. Let's do the bad news first. As always, there is this twisted packaging. It's really, I don't get it. I mean, you have a wonderful booklet, granted. Fabulous booklet, notes, talks, whole thing. Oh, it's marvelous. It really is. It's first rate. And it comes out. I think it pulls out here. Yes, it does pull out so that you can have it separately. I would just as soon they sent you a booklet with a normal CD in a normal sized case, because then you get the CD. And the CD is stuck on this gooey rubber spool thing that's kind of sticky. And assuming, I mean, it has foiled all of my CD extraction devices, because you need a 2-component extractor. You need something to push this thing in and then something to take the CD out. And you have to lift it out, which you can't do without tearing the paper sleeve that holds it. And if you don't tear the paper sleeve that holds it, you drag it out across this rubber hoogie thing, which invariably scuffs up the playing surface. I mean, I was able to play it. It didn't skip, but I could see like the smear line where this rubber thing, rubs across it when you try and get it out. I mean, why do they do that? What is the point? And they charge a premium price for this. It's expensive. And in this particular case, the playing time is only about 45 minutes. But that's not even the point. I can live with the 45 minutes. Why can't they make a product that people can actually listen to painlessly? That would just be a marvel. Whoever designed this is just out of their mind. I mean, and this rubberized, sticky, goopy thing that this thing sits on. I mean, there were so many better ways to do it. Why don't they understand that protecting the playing surface of the CD is the major point of packaging? That's what they should be doing. It drives me nuts. It absolutely drives me nuts. So there you go. That's the bad news. The good news is that the performances are pretty terrific. They really, really are. I mean, the orchestra sounds fabulous. The recording's very, very good. And my word, there's some amazing stuff in here. Mostly. It's always a little bit of a mixed bag in these cases, but here the mix is decidedly on the favorable side of things. First, you've got Macbeth. Now, Macbeth doesn't get a lot of play. It's a wonderful tone poem. It's just exciting and raw and energetic. It's early Strauss, but it's early mature Strauss. And that's probably the reason it doesn't get played. Also because it's not like metaphysical or something. I don't know. There's some reason it doesn't get performed. Maybe it's just too verismo, too straight ahead and nasty. Especially the climax where you've got the tam-tam crashing away and cymbals and the horns going, wah! It's just marvelous. Of course, there could be more tam-tam here. That's true. Nobody is quite as fine in that respect as Nimi Yarvi with the Royal Scottish National. But this is awfully good. It's really good. It's very exciting. It's just a fine work that really deserves to get a little bit of play, now and again. So that was exciting. It was wonderful to have it, and it's wonderful to have it in a really knock 'em, sock 'em, performance, because it's a very bloodthirsty story, and Strauss does not omit any of the blood. So that's really just wonderful. So Macbeth is really good. Don Juan suffers a little bit from erectile dysfunction. And I hate to say it. It's not that it's a very exciting performance. Again, like Macbeth, it's less than 16 minutes. I mean, the piece can go to like 18. But therein lies a bit of the problem, because usually the extra time is made up, is occupied with the love episodes. And the love episodes have to be sexy, and these are just not sexy, particularly the first one, where it builds up to that huge orgasmic climax. which is exactly what it is. I mean, Strauss's specialty was doing musical illustrations of sex, of the sex act specifically. I mean, there's one in the love scene from Fire Snot, the early opera. Actually, it's Foyer's Note, but who cares? And then there's the overture to Der Rosenkavalier, and then there's that love scene in the Sinfonia Domestica, which is so pornographic that Strauss's wife was furiously upset and embarrassed by it. I mean, Strauss was really good at doing that. And there's another one of those in the first big love music episode in Don Juan, and it just doesn't climax. It doesn't have what it's supposed to have. I'm sorry to say. But after that, in all the fast, zippy stuff, when Don Juan is like running around like a chicken with his head cut off, well, that's all very good. It really is. So, it's not a great Don Juan, let's put it that way, but it's not terrible. But last but not least, we have Till Eulenspiegel, and this is fabulous. I'm talking one of the great performances of Till Eulenspiegel's Merry Pranks. Now, if you're a Till Eulenspiegelian, this is really, really going to excite you because it's a bear of a piece to play. It is so tricky. It's all in like crazy syncopated 6/8 time, and nothing happens on the beat, and it's full of cross rhythms and difficult. Oh, it's hard. It's really hard. And these guys don't make it sound easy. They make it sound funny. And that is such an achievement. It's supposed to be funny. But my God, the woodwind playing in this piece, the Cleveland Woodwinds, I would give them all the Purple Heart for getting through it with this much distinction. I mean, and they're not wounded, actually. They're not wounded in battle. They are triumphant. They are extraordinary. And the whole piece has such clarity of texture, such transparency of rhythm, and so much fun. I mean, there's just every single transition, it can seem like a bunch of disconnected episodes, but here, every transition is perfectly judged and wonderfully characterized. And the judgment scene, which is taken rather quickly when Till Eulenspiegel's happy hanging occurs, is absolutely uproarious. I mean, the clarinet screeching away, and it's just phenomenal. I'm telling you, it's amazing. And it's all the more amazing because Welser-Möst is admittedly something of a cool character as a conductor, and he usually gets a lot of trash handed to him, which sometimes is deserved and sometimes isn't. He's like anybody else in this business. But I think with this Till Eulenspiegel, it is so masterful. It's just an amazing performance. Really, it was a thrill to hear it. I was so happy to hear it. So this is the deal. It's expensive. It's crazily packaged. It has 2 really, really hot performances and one, sort of tepid performance, but it's still pretty damn good. It's a very good Strauss collection. I like the fact that they put in Macbeth. I mean, there was room for Also Sprach Zarathustra. They could have put in some more things if they wanted to, but Death and Transfiguration, but that's okay. Why push it? When you've got 2 out of 3 fabulous performances, I'm happy to take them. And I'm really, really excited about this Till Eulenspiegel. If you can download it somehow or stream it, I don't know if they let you do that. I really don't. I don't know what they do here, but my goodness, that's a great performance. It just blew me away. So that may be enough for some of you. I don't know. It's up to you. So keep on listening, friends. Thank you for joining me. Take care.